Hello, my beautiful Taurians. How are you? This is your money and career guidance for the rest of the year with me, Julie Poole. Hello, welcome. It's tea and tarot time with Julie. Grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee, put your feet up, get yourself comfy. We're looking at money and career for the rest of the year, so November and December, okay? For my Taurus Earth signs, so we're looking Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and cross-watching. Okay, all right, we're going to start off with some energy oracle, then we're going to add in the tarot, then we're going to clarify with another tarot deck. So get yourself comfy. All right, so your themes: goddess of the earth, of the moon even. Okay, we've got daughter value and we've got envy. All right, okay, we'll find out some more. Let's add in the tarot. This is the Marchetti tarot. Alrighty. Okay. For Taurus, please. For money and career. Thank you so much. All right. We've got the Moon. The Chariot. The Knight of Wands. The Knight of Swords. Death. And the Two of Coins. Okay. So we are wanting balance. We are wanting to move forward and it's happening quite quickly. So let's find out. Let's get your affirmations. So these are mine from hoping to have in wealth and success for Taurus. Limitless abundance is available to me now. Limitless abundance. Lovely to see that in a money reading, right? So this is the everyday spirit guide affirmation cards. All the cards I use are linked below along with my website, which everything you need's on there. All right. Okay, so you've got the I am. Now, self-reflection is needed. Personal responsibility. Your world is your reflection. The I am presence. I talk about this a lot in my books and explaining the importance of the I am. That's the divinity within you, the creative force, the God force. And you step into it with the I am identity, saying this is my life. I am creating it. Only me. I can have help. I can have support, but I'm in charge. I'm directing my life from a place of certainty, from a place of empowerment. I am commanding it into being because I am who I am, and I am a divine spark of consciousness with beautiful ability to manifest. So you're in that I am, and you are stepping into this limitless abundance is available to me now. Now the focus is on that because there's been some questions here about your value and there's some envy. Other people are getting paid more than me. Why aren't I earning that? What's wrong with me? Why don't I deserve it too? Yes, you absolutely do. So let's get into valuing yourself enough. Let's find out some more. So we're starting with the goddess of the moon. Oh, just a beautiful energy. It's flowing, it's gentle, it's loving, it's caring. And we're starting in November, this beautiful full moon in Taurus on the 5th of November. And this will be going live for you on the 4th. So you're just in time for that beautiful moon energy. I want you to harness it, embrace it, pull it into you. All right. Allow your feelings, your emotions, allow it to all come up. Coming up to the surface because we've got double moon energy here. Goddess of the moon, and then you've got the moon from the tarot deck as well. Double moon energy. So this week, particularly as the full moon is in Taurus, your sign, you're going to feel that moon more than most. Now the moon can represent our hidden fears and insecurities, hidden emotions, feelings, desires, dreams, goals. Just let it all come up, feel it all. And I want you to communicate with it because this is rooted down with the Knight of Swords. And this is the fastest knight. All knights are action cards, right? And the Knight of Swords is very fast, just gets on with it, just charges in sometimes without really thinking. But the Knight of Swords is about communication. So you're being asked to communicate with your feelings, right? What does that mean? we're ever so good at distracting ourselves and being ever so busy, and I haven't got time to look at that right now, and I haven't got time to examine my feelings and how I feel about things. I'm just busy. And you know, we've all been there and we all get caught up in that, don't we? But during this week of the full moon, and I always feel it about 3 days before, the day of, and 3 days after. So about a week, the energy is very, very much present. So I want you to just harness it and just give yourself a little bit of time to step into the feelings. How do I feel? How do I feel about my life, my job, my money, my income, my home, my investments? How do I feel in regards to money and career? How do I feel? What are my insecurities? What are my dreams and desires and goals? Talk to your feelings. Let them come up. Express them. You might want to talk to a friend or a partner about them. You might want to write them down. Get clear in them. And I want you to examine your worth and your value. Do I feel valuable? Do I feel of value? Do I feel that I'm of service and my service is valuable? Because we've got daughter value here next to that moon, right? The doors are opening there and there's all sorts of money flowing through the doors, okay? So do I value myself, all right? And it's not necessarily about how much you're earning, but we can earn very little but feel very valued by the people we work for, we work with, and the customers that we serve. We can feel of value. You know, when I read your comments, and I read all the comments, I don't always reply to everybody. I reply to as many as I can. But when I see comments about how much I'm appreciated and how much I'm valued, then it fills my heart. Even though I do these readings free, I get some paid revenue from it, but I'm being valued and I feel valued. So it's not always about the money. Sometimes we can earn loads of money and feel completely devalued. So it's being able to get that balance, isn't it? Because we want this sense of value to go forward. We've got the Chariot underneath here. The Chariot is victory and success. And he's heading straight towards you. Very often with the Chariot, the horses are going one way. They're going to the left or the right. In this deck, they're coming straight towards us. And you notice that they're black and white, which represents the balance, the yin and the yang. And one's trying to pull to the left and one's trying to pull to the right. And the charioteer is trying to steer it, trying to balance them and steer it in the right direction. So you are ready to move forward, navigating, balancing and harnessing the power of this victory from a place of value towards a transition, towards the death card, towards the ending of something. So it could be that you are leaving a job and moving into retirement. It could be that you are leaving a job to go to a different job. Or it could be that you're just not necessarily ending the job, but ending any feeling of, I don't feel valued. You might speak to your boss with this moon energy and coming up. You might communicate with that Knight of Swords to say to your boss, I don't always feel particularly appreciated or valued. And they may then reassure you, gosh, no, you're so valued. You're such a valuable member of this team. You know, it's only speak to them if it feels appropriate, because you can't always talk to all bosses like that, can you? But do you know what I mean? You can also speak to your partner and say, you know, I don't feel valued. The main thing is to value yourself. Because when you value you, it starts to reflect back to you. That's the I am. Everything is a reflection. I value me. What I do is important. Who I am matters. I'm valuing me. So this death card wants to transform, wants to transition into that space of value. Because for some of you, with that envy card, we have been looking at other people and saying they're doing better than me. and I want what they have. Now, I always put a positive spin on things, but envy can be very negative and detrimental. Jealousy, they shouldn't have it. It's not fair. It's not right. That's negative. But we can take this energy and actually make it positive by saying, okay, if I'm lusting after that thing that somebody else has got, whether it's a home or a car or a fabulous marriage or a wonderful salary, let's just acknowledge that in terms of my moon energy. I want what they've got. Then, okay, if they can have it, so can I. What are they doing that I'm not doing? What could I learn from them? What could I change? What can I transition? So we're going to take the energy of envy and say, all right, they've got this. I can have it in a different way, but it can still make me feel of value. So there's a question around your sense of personal value that I want you to work with that moon energy. Because, when you really value yourself, it does reflect back to you. It really does. And sometimes the people around you, they do appreciate you, but they don't always show it. And when you really value yourself, you'll start to encourage them to show it. And if they can't, because they don't value you, you may find yourself very comfortably moving somebody out of your life. And that can be that death card. You recognize that your boss is never going to value you, never going to pay you your worth. So you start looking for another job. I'm off. I'm not going to get upset about it. I'm just going to go where I am appreciated and valued. So in this final row here, the Knight of Wands, so another knight here, action. Knight of Wands is taking action on your passion, on your career, on anything that gives you that sense of enthusiasm and drive and motivation. I'm taking action because I want balance. The Two of Coins is about balance. I'm sick of juggling. I work really hard and I'm not valued. Right, so I'm going to correct that. I'm going to bring the balance in and I'm going to do something where I do feel of value. Now that might be, for some of you, they're giving me the example, you wouldn't necessarily leave your job. Perhaps you can't afford to, and there isn't another job out there right now. So you go and do perhaps a few hours a week at a charity shop or an animal shelter where you feel of value. And it's like, okay, I can't get that value from my main job because it's a big corporation and I'm just a number and they don't really care. But when I go and spend 3 hours a week in this charity shop or in this animal shelter or whatever it is, I feel so appreciated and so valued, and it fills my little heart and it makes me happy. So it brings me the balance in another way. So I'm looking at how I can bring the balance into my world where I do feel successful, victorious, where I do feel I can transition away from anything that's devaluing, anything that is limiting, that I overcome the fears and insecurities about, am I worthy? Do I deserve? Because I realize, yes, I am valuable and I do deserve, and it's okay. So let's find out a little bit more. I'm going to use the Neon Tarot to clarify. Money and career for Taurus, please tell me some more. Let's have a look at this moon energy. What more can you tell us for this moon energy, please? Okay, we've got the Queen of Wands. Know your worth. That's the Queen of Wands. She knows her value. Of all the queens, of all the cards, she is the one that says, I know my worth. I am beautiful. I am desirable. I am attractive. And we're not necessarily, I'm not talking about love here and, romance and sex. I'm talking about in my career or in my income or who I am. I stand out from the crowd. I know I'm worthy. I know my worth and my value. So I'm stepping into my strength here, the courage, the confidence, the self-belief. Believe in you. All right, as that moon energy comes up, as you step into it, allow your worth to rise, allow your value to rise, okay, from a place of strength, from a place of empowerment. Tell me about the Chariot. Chariot is victory, success, forward movement. What are we moving towards, please? We've got the Four of Pentacles, or we've got the Devil, and we've got the Two of Pentacles again. Right, so we're clarifying the Chariot. What we're trying to do is move away from any sense of holding on too tightly, any sense with the Devil of I'm stuck, I'm trapped, it's impossible, I can't do it, any sense that life will always be a juggle, a struggle, a topsy-turvy. The Chariot is ready to move on from this stuff and move towards that balance. So I want you to look at any area of your life in terms of money and career where it has been feeling just stuck. Perhaps you've been trying to sell your house and it won't sell. You've been trying to get another job and you can't seem to get one. There's the Devil going, you're stuck, you're trapped, right? And you are saying, I'm moving on from this. I am not holding on to this any longer. I am moving on. Right, so how do we move on? Well, they're saying use that Knight of Wands. That's dynamic, determined action. Take action. And how can we transform with that Death card this limitation? Two of Swords, the Tower, and Temperance. Beautiful. So the Two of Swords is the I don't know card, but I'm going to find out. I've got to make a decision this way or that way. I am going to step into I will find a way. And as I step into that, this is happening. I am allowing this. The Tower comes in to help me. The Tower will fall on that Devil energy, on those restrictions, on those limitations. And then I can step into that Temperance energy, which is the balance that I have been wanting. The Two of Coins is all about imbalance, and the Temperance is balancing and smoothing things off and bringing things into moderation and harmony. So during the next 2 months, November and December, align with, okay, yeah, oh, thanks, all right, they're all talking. Allow yourself to align with, I allow all that does not serve me to fall away. I am free to move forward. I am ready. Okay. Anything else? Nope. They said that's it. Let's finish off, excuse me, with an angel card. Final message for Taurus, please. For my beautiful Taurians. Letting go. You see, this is what we've got to do. When we see the moon, which can be our fears, we see the Devil, the imbalance, letting go, letting go. Let go of any thoughts and beliefs that say I'm not worthy, I don't deserve, nobody appreciates me, they never will. Let go of all of that and step into I am free to move forward from a place of absolute knowing of my worth and my value. This is very powerful, Taurus. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to pop up here the playlist for your November general tarot guidance for each of the 12 signs, so you can check that out. Check your placements out as well. And I'll be back in a week or so with some bonus readings, and I will see you then. Thank you for your time. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Bye-bye.